And we're live.
We're
Welcome,
live.
YouTube and
We're
Twitters.
live. What's up, boys and girls? It's the Chris and Mike Show. We got Chef Giuseppe. He's liking the music. You need to have this in your kitchen, dude. Get some hard rock grub coming. So there you go. Welcome to Chris and Mike Show. I'm Chris. He's Mike. This is Chef Giuseppe, and this is cool because you're the first person we've had on the show that is not a musician, is not a coach, is not a health nut, is not we've had everything but
Model.
somebody
actress.
like you on the show. We've had entrepreneurs, right? But not somebody who you've taken your love for food, right, and turned it into something more. Is that a good way to say that?
I'm going to tell you something right now. So
Okay,
in
cool.
2019, I was in contention for a Grammy nomination for Best New Rock Artist. Got hit by a
Oh.
truck, had two spinal
fuck.
surgeries, and my life went down the toilet. Yeah.
So
At
back
the
up
height
to
of my
there.
career.
Yeah, back that up, man. You
Back
can't
that
just
truck
drop
right
that.
up and start with what did you play? What kind of...
Yeah, what was the name of the
Obviously,
band?
you were a rock artist. Like, lay us some background for that.
Yeah,
You can't lead
yeah.
with that
Sure,
story.
sure,
and move
sure.
on.
Yeah, what was the name of the band?
I was in a few, but it was the Grammy and I was in contention for a Grammy nomination in 2019.
Yes.
So my name was on a ballot. Big Noise Records, the Hit Cartel, Al Gomes put me up, right? And it was for an album. It was a single on an album called Side Effects that was produced by OB, who's LL Cool J's godson, and he worked with a bunch of rappers. This was his first rap album or rock
Okay.
album. But I've written
Okay.
2,500 songs in 10 different genres since the age of
Holy
15.
shit, dude.
Dude, you're right with us, man. I would go
Yeah.
down and pull my lyric book out, but we'd be here all day.
Yeah, I got stacks and stacks, but yeah, I just got feeling back in my hands about a year,
Wow.
2 years ago.
What do you play? What's your main instrument?
Acoustic guitar, and saying
Okay.
I'm a lead vocalist, but I can't do that
That's
anymore
what I
either.
was.
They
Yeah.
they cut the surgeries. They had to cut through the front of my neck and move my vocal cords, and
Oh.
I just can't hang in it.
Wow, man. That sucks.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
my
find you on
I
the Google
listen.
machine, but I can't find you.
I
I like to
Joe
share.
Gallagher,
I like to share
Joe
stuff.
Gallagher Jr. I was
Okay.
Joe Gallagher Jr. Yeah, that was my name. I also go by Joe Virgo, and then Atlas Star Records. I had a record company for a little while.
Okay. There we are. Okay. Because I like this. I like to share this stuff so people can recognize the fact that you're not talking out of your ass. I mean, because I do it with all our guests though, because it's about showcasing you and what you do. So here's you type in Joe Gallagher Jr. on the Google machine, and this is what we get. All the
Yep.
stuff. So there's your songs. You
Yep.
got quite a. And so that was the album.
No, so the album
Okay.
Side Effects got taken down by the record label because I
Okay.
owed them $40,000. So they fronted me
Bastards.
2 albums. Well,
Okay.
no, man. Listen, this is it. He was my best friend. I mean, still to this
Yeah.
day, we're great friends. But what happened was I got into that car accident, and
Right.
they fronted the albums, and we were thinking there was going to be a settlement, because it
Sure.
wasn't my fault. I was rear-ended,
Right.
and that ended up taking 4 years to go to trial,
Wow.
and I didn't get a dime.
Wow.
So they shelved the whole project. Yeah.
That sucks.
So
I've
all
been
the
there,
music,
man.
all
Same
the
thing happened to
all
me
the
in 1998.
really.
Yeah, luckily I didn't get disabled out of it. I ended up with 2 crushed discs in my neck. Chris has the same injury. My mom has the same injury. It didn't disable me, but it definitely changed my way of life. So I feel for you not being able to play, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm on the praise team at church now, and
Cool. Right on,
I
man.
could do small doses, like 3 songs, and I'm hit.
Yeah.
So you can still play a guitar, you just can't
I can.
sing.
I can sing too, but again, my dexterity and stamina is just not there. I get sharp pains, and I start losing feeling in my hands again, and cramp up.
So what happened when you were in the accident? Like, what was your physical injuries?
So I had my C6 and 7 fused and L4 5 fused.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was rear-ended at a red light. A guy was on a cell phone, hit me at like 55, 60 miles an hour.
Oh.
I
That's
was
a little
on the
crazy.
202 in Arizona, and I got rear-ended by an asphalt truck.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. He was looking
Yeah,
at his radio. He never hit the brakes, man. He pushed my trunk
yeah,
all the
same.
way into my back seat.
Yeah, same. That
Yeah.
sounds like, yep.
Mine's boring. I was just born 2.5 months early and premature, so they pumped me full of steroids and shit and hoped that they could, keep me alive, and that caused my third
Mm.
and fourth vertebrae to fuse together, which then over time the 5 and 6 weren't getting the proper fluid. So that's in 2014 I had the surgery, the little Peyton Manning surgery scar,
Yeah, yeah,
where
so,
they
yep.
they drembled it down, took out one of the things, put a Lego screw in there, and there
You're the
you
beyond.
go.
Hey, we're bionic men, right?
Yes, yes,
Half robot, half
exactly.
robot.
Exactly.
I just wussed out and I deal with the pain every day. So
Right. It's okay. Somebody's got to be the tough guy.
Well,
yeah.
I got hooked on painkillers. So after
Me
that,
too.
I went down a really dark path, man.
Me
And
too.
it got out of the got out of the hospital, and about 2 weeks later, I just started able to walk again, and I got into an altercation. Um, I drove a drunk guy home, being a good
Oh,
Samaritan.
yeah.
Get to his trailer park, and him and his roommate tried robbing me. I defended myself and got charged with
Oh,
attempted murder.
what the frick, man?
So
Yeah,
Thus,
you ended
thus
up
the
getting
from
charged
bars
with
to jars.
attempted murder.
yeah, that
Wow.
was
For trying to do
my
a good
first
thing.
arrest. Yeah, my first arrest. Yep.
Wow. Oh, well, if you're going to get arrested the first time, you might as well do it with some power, conviction, right? Like
No
jaywalking,
conviction.
that's not cool. Let's just go with attempted murder,
Well,
because,
It's a good starting point.
don't do
I
anything
mean,
half-assed.
I wish it sounded bad. I wish it was badass, but it wasn't. I was in survival mode, and I
Yeah,
mean, and I didn't get convicted because it
it
wasn't,
was bullshit.
it was
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
How does
so
that end
just
up happening? What did they
yeah.
do? Just railroad you?
So what happened was, so I'm getting robbed. They took my wallet, my keys, my phone, right? And
Oh,
I just happened to have a 2-inch pocket knife on me. I never carried a weapon. I used to fight in the street. Like, if I'm going to fight, it's going to be with my hands, and
yeah.
but for some reason, something was telling me to have something when I went out to that bar that night. And,
Huh.
I almost cut my whole finger off. My finger's dangling. There's blood
Wow.
everywhere. I cut him. I gave him a little paper cut on his arm. He didn't even press charges. But there's blood everywhere. I'm holding the knife. There's a guy stripped down naked. I lost the other guy. He went into another room, and that's why this all went down, because I thought he was going to get a shotgun or something. So, I was holding the big guy down. And the cop showed up. I had the knife in my hand. There's blood everywhere.
Oh,
And
okay.
I,
Understood.
Victim to
There you go.
circumstance.
yeah, yep, pretty much. Yep.
Damn, man, that sucks.
That's great.
It
So
was
did you get
it was rough.
so you got straight up arrested, everything booked,
Yeah, so I was had a $50,000 bond. I was in jail for
Wow.
like 10, 15 days, something like that. My father bonded me
Oh,
out. I promised on
thanks,
everything I'd
Dad.
never get in trouble again. I'd never drink again. And within
Right.
a month or two, I'm getting my first DUI,
Mm.
and then a reckless driving, then a hit and run, and then a DV2, which is what ended up bringing me to my knees and finally get me to surrender and just say, in the middle of the jail cell, drop to my knees, pray to God, hey, I can't do this anymore. I need help.
Yeah. So give us a little more insight as far as how old were you?
So when all this happened, I think I was like 37, maybe 36,
Okay.
37,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Okay. And this is post accident, post get rear ended, where your life went down a
Yeah,
spiral there, and that's when you got
yeah,
hooked on the painkillers and stuff. And then
yeah,
so the
yeah. I was
painkillers all
suicide.
led to yeah.
I was suicidal, man. I mean, my
Oh yeah.
identity, my whole life and identity was tied
Mm-hmm.
into being a
Music,
famous
right?
music.
Yep.
Mhm.
I sympathize, man.
Yeah,
We
we
went
do.
down the same path for sure.
We
Trust me.
did.
We're
Wow.
It
you
comes
have
with the
no idea how
territory,
much we're
right?
vibing right now, dude.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. Live fast, die young, rock star mentality. And that was me. And then
Right?
I
Yeah.
had to get stopped in my tracks. I was living too fast, and I was gonna
Yeah.
die young if I didn't slow down.
But here's the funny thing. We were all on the right path until, at least in your and I's case, pharmaceutical companies got us addicted to drugs before we did that for ourselves. I learned that on
Mm,
this podcast. I had my timeline screwed up, right? As
mm,
we talked my journey through, I realized I became addicted to painkillers before I became addicted to anything.
Mm.
we might smoke some pot before we went on stage. My drummer and I, Chris might have a shot and a beer, but we weren't hammered when we went up there. We wanted to enjoy it. We loved what we did, just like you're talking
Mm,
about. So it
yeah.
wasn't like we were smashed going up there. We had a little buzz and we went and had a good time.
Oh, I was getting smashed when I was out there playing in the car and the bars and the clubs and everything. I was getting smashed. I mean, I don't remember half those nights. I
I
was
did a lot of that afterwards, but I never was
no,
in that shape on stage because I couldn't play drunk, right? I,
no, I
I
couldn't.
wasn't one of those guys that could do that. I could smoke a joint and I'd be fine, but to down 7, 8 beers and go up on stage, my timing be all fucked up. And we
Oh
prided
yeah,
ourselves on being tight. And I
and
know there's
profession.
guys
Yeah,
that can get up there and do that, but we just weren't. Back then, we weren't interested in doing that anyway. Like I said, we just wanted to maybe feel good for a couple minutes before we went on stage, take the edge
sure.
off, and
Yep.
maybe
Do your thing.
afterwards. These guys had women and wives and kids back in the day. I was single. I had a good time afterwards, but never during that
I
moment.
went home. I hung up for maybe a half an hour or so. Then I went home because we had just I had a little girl and my wife, and my wife and I
Yeah.
are still together 31 years later, and
Wow.
it's just
Congrats.
it is what it is. Thank you. And I didn't become an alcoholic till well after the music. I mean, it was well after.
Yeah.
That was just a life cycle, which it's when about me. We're talking to you, but and people have heard my story before, so it's all good. So you go from I'm going to be a rock star. I get nominated for a Grammy. I get rear-ended. My life is chaos. I get addicted to painkillers. Then I even go further down the rabbit hole because of depression, the suicide. Like I was supposed
Yeah.
to be this, and now I'm over
Hmm.
here. And then you have the awakening while you're in jail. How long were you in jail?
I mean, I never stayed more than 10, 15 days. Like 15 days, I think is the
Okay.
most I ever spent.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
5 different times,
Okay. Five
And
different
at the
times. Right.
end, and that last arrest, now they wanted to throw the book at me. Now they've
Right.
got sick of seeing me coming into the courtroom. So this
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah. So that was good. We had another guy on the show that he didn't get his awakening. Like he was smoking pot when he was 5 years old. Like, kid you not.
Mm, yeah.
That was his first joint, and it took him until he was actually in prison. He was walking the yard one day, and he saw these group of convicts. I don't know what
Mm.
else to call them. What do you call them, Mike?
They're
Um,
convicts.
yeah,
Yeah, they're convicts.
like when they were doing yoga. Was that it? Remember,
Yes.
Mike? I don't remember. I think it was
think
yoga.
that was it. Yeah.
Meditating or something, and so he gravitated towards them, and that was the epiphany for him. It's like
Mm.
that moment just changed his life, kind of like you dropped down your knees, So that's interesting. So you have that a moment, the awakening in prison, jail, whatever. You get out. So talk us through that. Like how do you dramatically? Because I know when I got sober, my biggest hurdle was my wife, because it's like, so drunk Chris couldn't be talked to, reasoned with.
Mhm.
I'm always right. Like whatever. I'm fine. I don't have a
Right.
problem. So it took us a
Yeah.
while. I mean, we started within 3 months or so, kind of understanding sober Chris can be talked to, but it really took us a year kind of to work through all of that, the
Yeah.
chaos and stuff that I caused, to
Sure.
where we're back, normal. So with you having been arrested 5 times and really going down a dark, dark hole, what was it like when you came out that 5th time, and the transition, and how did that evolve to who you are now?
Yeah, so the solicitor, was court ordering me to do meetings, recovery meetings. So
Okay. Mhm.
I knew that was coming, but I also, I've been in and out of recovery, for since 2010. So this wasn't
Okay.
anything really new. But
And what year
now
was
it's like
this?
this is 2024 is my
Okay.
sobriety date is March 5th, 2024.
Oh, a day after my birthday.
Hey, look at that.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yep. My sobriety date's February 9th, 2005.
Okay. Okay.
So
Right on.
I got a little time on you. Just a little
Yeah.
time. You can
Hey,
catch
we
me,
all
though.
just got
You
today.
can
We
catch
just got
me, Joe.
today. Yeah, we just got today.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's why I never
Win the
picked
day,
a day.
man. Win the
I don't
day.
know.
That's it.
I just
Okay, so
picked
cool.
a day,
So
and I've done the same thing ever
2024.
since.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so I couldn't even get a
okay.
job at Walmart at this point, right? I couldn't,
Right.
nobody would hire me. Yeah, nobody would hire me. And I brought some spaghetti and meatballs and some eggplant parmesan to a meeting, and somebody was
Really?
like, "Bro, this is the best sauce I've ever had. Why can't you just sell this?
Yeah.
Go to farmers markets, sell your sauce." So I started
Yeah.
looking into that industry, which I had no experience in, and I made a prototype, and June 1st, 2024, I was making my first sale at Piggly Wiggly. 6 cases
Nice,
they ordered.
man.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
So this is like recent too. This is cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's a big
yeah,
chain in the South.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
They're
Yeah.
yeah.
huge.
Well, it's nationwide. There's 500 Piggly Wigglies nationwide, and
Yep.
they were the first. They were the first grocery chain. Like before Piggly Wiggly,
That's
you
true.
would bring your list to to the grocer, and he would go get all your stuff and bring it out to your car. So they actually had the patent on the shopping carts and shopping lanes,
Sweet.
checkout
That's
lanes. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So whoops. So there's his classic Italian red sauce right there on
Nice.
his website,
yep,
which is
yep.
pastioli.com, which is if you see his hat, that's the
That's it.
website.com.
I like your
And for those of
packaging,
you that
man.
are
That's cool.
watching us on Twitch and YouTube, you can go there right now. If you want, click this button. There's an exclusive offer inside. So
That's right.
let's just talk about it. It's a classic Italian red sauce with a timeless blend of plum tomatoes, garlic, basil, and traditional Italian spices. His sauce evokes nostalgic memories of family gatherings and cherished meals. Crafted to perfection, his sauce captures the essence of authentic Italian flavors, creating a culinary experience that transports you to the heart of Italy with every single bite. Embrace the rich taste and aroma of our classic red sauce, specifically made to elevate your dishes to new heights of flavor and authenticity. Apastioli.com. How'd you like that,
That was
Joe?
good. Hey,
That was
man,
very nice.
I
Bravo.
need to record a commercial.
Hey, I'll do
You'll
a
do it.
commercial for you, man.
Oh yeah.
Radio. I've been on radio, so I'm used to doing that shit. But that's pretty cool. So
Thanks, man.
so your book. Let's talk about your book a little bit here. So obviously, well, let's stay on your sauce first. So is this a family thing? Obviously, you're Italian,
Yeah. Yeah, my
right?
grandmother, my both my
Okay.
grandmothers were from Italy.
Okay.
But the grandmother I used to hang out with down in New Haven, her house was in New Haven on Sundays. She'd be cooking, every holiday, every weekend, we're doing something as a family together,
Yep. Yeah, my wife's family's from Sicily, so I understand the sauce thing, man. Believe me.
Yeah, my grandmother was Naples.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where, like, my wife's grandparents came over and really barely spoke any English, and my wife was the first one in her family to actually graduate high school and go to college and graduate
Oh,
college.
wow.
So like legit. Like we went to New York I don't know, years ago but Ellis Island was shut down from something because we wanted to
Mm,
go look for the records, because they
yep.
came through that way and we
Yeah.
couldn't. So um totally respect the whole Italian side of things, and sauce is everything. So
Yeah. Yep. And so
that's cool.
I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, like I said, and then in
Okay.
2014 I moved down to Charleston, South Carolina, where there isn't really authentic Italian down here. Um,
Good call, dude.
Yeah, good move.
yeah. Yep,
Uh-huh.
it turned out to work in my favor. So in the grocery stores, we're the only South Carolina based tomato sauce manufacturer.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I think
So
That's
people are
amazing.
finally realizing again that the mass-produced sauce is junk, right? I gave up on that
right.
probably 20 years ago. And I
Yeah.
use all authentic, there's no sugar, it's all, and I'll try your sauce for sure because
Yeah, so then we would never be caught dead with a jar of sauce in our house. We all made it.
Mhm.
Every single one of my
Sure.
family
Yeah.
members makes it from scratch. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
this here is 6-7 hours. Only doing
Hmm.
small batches. But because of the demand for the product so fast, I have to scale production. The only way to do that is get the machines, get the equipment, and start cranking them out that way. But so
But
I've
you're
been
but you're
interviewing a
still
bunch of co-packers.
doing it the way that it was meant to be done, right?
yeah,
Even though
I'm
you
not
maybe
saying
do.
that would be
Yeah.
like what I would consider a boutique sauce at that point. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah, but it's going.
I would say I'm more concerned about the ingredients because people don't realize when you're dumping ragu down your kid's throat, you're
Oh
dumping
no,
sugar, right?
yeah, oh yeah,
And a lot of people don't know that though. They're like, I'm giving them spaghetti. How bad could it be? Well, if you give them Prego or ragu or one of those mass-produced sauce, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah, oh yeah, and
More and
they're
more
all buying.
people are learning natural ingredients are the way to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you look closely on those labels; they're all bioengineered. It's not even real tomatoes.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I saw that on one of them. I clicked on the second picture was the label. Let's see if I can pull it up now.
Yeah, I want to try that one right there.
There you go. Roasted garlic, sweet onion.
Damn right.
Is that just boom in your face right there? Boom in your face. Like,
Yeah, it's
like
delicious.
Amarella.
He's got one right there.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you got a label?
He just held it up. There you go.
Okay, cool. Right on. I don't know if they can see that, but
I don't know either. But yeah, it's all natural. All natural. No,
that's awesome.
no bullshit.
No bullshit, man. I love that.
Yeah. So what was happening?
Yeah.
I had a
Go ahead.
commissary kitchen. 8 o'clock at night till 4 a.m. I'm hand ladling sauce into 300 jars and putting the labels on by hand too. And at 15 stores, that was it. That was the glass ceiling from that location. So I actually shut it down and started calling all different kinds of factories and stuff to see who could do it and stay true to the recipe and the process, which there weren't any. I wasn't having any luck. So that's when Apostoli Farms came to mind, and some nonprofit ideas, because I was having recovering addicts come and help me and volunteering at the kitchen. So I wanted to build a farm, like a sanctuary where people could get second chances and find new purpose and come farm with us, and do the
I
packaging.
love that. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, chills.
Absolutely.
That's fucking way to go, Joe. Way to
Thanks,
go,
bro.
Joe. And I love that from the bars to jars, a saucy redemption story. That's clever, man.
It is I like it too. Very clever.
That's really clever. I'm assuming you
Yep.
came up with that?
Yeah. So what was happening while I was working at the commissary, a lot of times I was by myself, and I just started writing. I was going to write a book about how to get into food entrepreneurism, and get a product to market, But what ended up happening was I'm trying to explain all this stuff, writing it down, and it's like, why don't I go back to the beginning? I've always said my life has been like a movie, So from the music industry stuff and all the shit that I was doing there, I got to play with some of the original members of the Wailers at like
Nice.
17 years old,
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, I played at this place called the Acoustic Cafe in Connecticut. That's where John Mayer got his start. I played out in LA at the Whiskey A Go Go, opening
Nice.
for some of the members of Judas Priest. So I've been through, I've seen some shit being in the music industry. But and then my testimony, my faith. Without my faith and that moment in that jail cell, none of this would be happening. I should have been dead.
Right.
I got kidnapped in the Bahamas, the attempted murder thing. It's like, and God was there the whole time, whether I wanted to believe it or not.
That's cool, man. So now you referenced something about writing a book about how to be a food entrepreneur. I think you should still do that. Because that's something like I have no, legit, dude. This is so random. So I had a smoker and I used it once and I did it wrong. And so I smoked out my house. My wife now hates smoked foods. Okay. Totally get it. Right. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace. Check this story out, Joe. So a guy comes and buys my smoker. And then I friended him on Facebook. And then a couple years later, it was his birthday. So I wished him a happy birthday because I have a Facebook birthday thing I do. And then he comes at me in a message. Hey, man, I just want to let you know that I should have him on the show. Hey, man, I want to let you know that smoker you got me, I ended up turning that into commercial business. I'm like, what? So he started smoking jerky, calling it butt rubs. And now he's kind of doing what you're doing. He's trying to get into
I heard about that company.
Right. That started because I sold him my smoker, man. And it was a stupid little $100 smoker, nothing exciting.
Wow.
Just this little smoker that I think the kids got me from Home Depot. And I legit had it on my patio with the screen door open. And I'm smoking, man. And then I go inside, I'm just doing my thing. And my wife's like, "You're smoking the house out." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh shit." I realized, so I shut the arcade door. Never. I'm like, legit, swear to God, dude, she will not eat smoked food now if her life depended on it because I smoked the house. But just from that simple act of selling this thing for next to nothing, Dave took it off to a whole new level. And now he's creating his own jerky. Right. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Little things. So I think you should still write that book.
Absolutely.
Because if you have from the bars to jars, the saucy redemption story, that gives you credibility right there. And so I think that would be a great little how-to book in the world, man.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
a few of these
Okay.
chapters, it's given the instruction manual. Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
tell people exactly how to do it. Yeah, exactly what
Awesome.
I did. Mhm.
Right
But
on.
there's a second book now too, which is fiction. So what happened was, I sent my after I published it, I rushed published it because, the stores were running out of product, so I needed to keep my brand alive in these stores. I didn't have another food
Yep.
product to put in there, so I published a book, self-published, and
Okay.
now I'm doing book signings and a book tour with Piggly Wiggly. Well,
Cool.
I sent the manuscript to Angel Studios, who did The Chosen.
Hmm.
Just rolled the dice, just random shot in the dark. And about a month later, they hit me back and were so inspired by the story. It says, "Hey, why don't you film a torch pilot? We want to see a torch pilot to submit it to our guild, and let's see this thing go to screen." So now there's a film adaptation, and so I'm looking into different producers, directors, writers, all that
Cool.
stuff. And while that's going on, I started writing a second book, which is a fictional continuation of From Bars to Jars. So this one's called The Harvest, which it
Okay.
starts as if we get the farm off the ground, a $15 million investment, but then all kinds of drama and shit happens. So now we're doing a TV series. I'm already talking with a bunch of different people, heavy hitters I can't mention,
Nice.
but so it's like Yellowstone meets Ozark meets The Chosen meets Shameless, kind of a you
Nice.
know family drama, spiritual, faith-based series. Yeah.
Very
Very
cool, man.
cool.
I like that.
And here I thought you were just a chef, man. Like you open up this whole. We could do a different episode from every aspect of your life, Joe. And you were gonna bail today, and I reeled you back in.
Yeah, thank God, man.
And I got to hear a story about your smoker creating an empire. We've done 152 episodes now. I've never heard that story.
Well,
so
because it never
that's
came up
awesome.
organically.
I know that's
This is-
awesome, though.
This conversation with Joe brought that back to life.
What
Meant
made
to
you
be,
not want
man.
to do
Meant
it today, Joe?
It was the
Talk to me.
timing.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It was a
No,
timing.
yeah, it was a time thing because I forgot that it was
okay.
a 2 hour difference, and I had a meeting with the National Italian American Foundation. I'm doing an event and a custom fragrance for them, so I had to present it to the guest of honor for this event coming up in December. But no, they totally understood, and it all worked out, and here we are.
Yeah.
You're a busy
Well, and
dude,
he thought
man.
it was 9 a.m. too, which, because we
Right.
talked, I don't know how long ago. And then I started, I
Months.
think I poked at you last week as a reminder.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the thing. We've gotten to the point to where like now we're booking in December, and I actually slowed it down a bit because we were so far out for stuff. And I'm like, I got to slow it down a bit, but just for the sheer fact that, Mike and I got to breathe sometimes.
Well, and because of
Bro.
what he just said, literally some of these people we started contacting months ago, and now it's
Yeah.
coming up. It was summertime probably when you talked to him the first
It was.
time.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
you-
So
like,
what
so when I
what
t-
were you? Yeah, go ahead.
When I talked to you that first time, I had
Yeah.
only been on maybe 2 or 3 podcasts at that point. Like the book just
Okay.
just came out, just started getting some traction, and since then, man, I've been
Cool.
on like 35 different shows.
Right on.
Very cool.
That's
Yeah.
That's awesome,
That's very
man.
cool, man. So from a book standpoint, again, it's from bars to jars, a saucy redemption story, and you can go Amazon, all the online places, right?
Yeah, Barnes and Noble, or you could get it right from my site.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And so you self-published that? You did it?
Yeah, that book I self-published.
Okay.
The second book will be going
Cool.
through a different publisher.
Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. So you got some apparel,
Yeah, shirts and
right?
hats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just
cool.
We need
cool,
some
cool.
apparel, Chris Dunham.
What's that?
We need some
I
apparel.
know we got to get apparel, man. I know. Maybe we should talk to Joe after the show. And
want
now, does your
apparel.
fragrance does it smell like Italian sauce?
I had a feeling you were gonna ask that. Everybody,
Yeah.
no, the fragrance don't smell like garlic, and the sauce don't taste like perfume.
Okay. Right on.
But what it does do, it's
yeah,
positioning
yeah.
us as like a premium brand, a luxury lifestyle brand.
Yeah.
Like, you
Absolutely.
picture going to a fancy Italian dinner, you're getting dressed, you're
Yeah.
spraying the
Yep.
cologne, you know what I mean? Then you
Yep.
get there and it's my sauce on the table.
Yeah. And then you have eight course meal, and then you can't get up from the table because you're in a food coma.
Then you got to leave in a stretcher.
Yeah, right. But
That's
it's
all right
it's
once
all
in a
really,
while.
yeah, but it's all super good Italian food, so there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Hell no.
Premium. It's quality. That's what you're going to get with
That's
a possibility. That's it.
That's fantastic, man.
Here would be my challenge to you. I'm
What's
allergic to
that?
dairy. So you would
That's
have
okay.
to chef me up some. Yeah, see, right away. I love it. I love people
Yeah,
who can
yeah,
cook.
yeah,
I can't cook.
yeah.
That's
The roasted
your art
garlic,
form.
the roasted garlic doesn't have any dairy in it.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's hard to find quality. That's why I want to try your sauce. It's hard to find quality sauce that isn't, loaded with 3 kinds of cheese and
Yeah, right. And so my product line, the food products, there's actually 10 products. So you got the 4 sauces, like I got 3 marinaras, I got 1 pizza sauce, and I got 2 salsas, hippie dip and trippy dip. And then I've
Happy
got
dip right on.
four marinated veggies for like doing like antipasto, like charcuterie boards. Everybody's going nuts for that kind of shit. So
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
banging bellas, cremini mushroom, red peppers, artichokes, and green olives.
It all sounds delicious.
Faith Food Fragrance Film. That's cool, dude.
That is cool.
Now I
Thank
see
you.
you're married.
Thank you. Yeah.
How long are you married?
I May 19th. No, sorry, May 11th.
Okay.
It
Oh,
was
you're gonna get
6
smacked
years.
when you get home.
Oh, definitely.
You're in
She's
trouble when you get
listening.
home.
She's listening right now. She might be
So,
coming around
hey,
the corner with a shotgun.
there you
You
go.
got it
So
right.
so this is cool right here. So this is coming up, right? Wednesday, November 26th of this year. Okay. So if you want to go meet Joe Gallagher, the author from Bars to Jars, there you go, right there, South Carolina, Johns Island, 12 to 3.
Yeah,
Is it a book signing?
yeah, it's a book signing. It's weird. This is a clothing store. Jay McLaughlin, they've got about 180 stores, but
Yeah.
they're like a boutique, high-end boutique. They're from New York, but their biggest location, their most successful location is down here on Kiowa Island where all the rich people hang out. And
Okay.
so, yeah, so I'm gonna have sampled the sauce, signed books,
Cool.
sample the fragrance, the whole deal.
That'll be a fantastic day for you.
Yeah, it's exciting. They bought me an
So
outfit.
what
They
is
gave me an
Low Country?
outfit.
What is Low Country Lunatics, Joe?
That's my podcast. I've got a podcast
Oh,
every
right on.
Friday at 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Very
Yeah, I
cool.
just started out about 3 months ago. We've done 19 episodes. That's the latest
Right.
episode. Sarah Bolden. I
Right
know
on.
she's going to be watching this thing. She's a Lyme disease survivor,
Sarah.
and she's been through hell and back. Yeah, she's cool. She's
Yeah,
on
hi,
my
Sarah.
team.
Right on, dude. See,
I'll check it out for
grabbing-
sure. I'll put it
Yeah,
in my
I like-
playlist.
That's why I like the social media stuff, because I can share your story while we're having a conversation.
I love how you're doing this, man. I'm taking notes now. This
Thank
is the
you.
way to do it. Share the screen.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's just
This turned into the same thing as the band. I had one vision of what the band was going to be, and then when the other 3 members joined, I was smart enough to allow them to have an opinion, and it became something else, right? So the same thing
Yeah.
happened here. I had a vision of what I thought this was going to be, and it organically morphed into this, and it's so much fun, like just giving you an opportunity to tell what you do. Like he said, we would have thought you were just a chef, and if we were a couple
Yeah.
assholes, we would have only asked questions about food, right?
which is why we don't do pre-interview stuff, which is
I
why we
love
don't
that,
ask
yeah.
questions, because
Yeah.
then you don't learn this stuff. And the fact that, like, legit, everybody who watches the shows and follows us now understands this is real and raw in the moment. We don't
Real time.
That's one
Yeah, we
thing
don't
him and I
pre-interview, we
agreed
don't-
on
Yeah.
100%. We knew that we wanted it to just be a conversation.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. And this
right.
is better than your ex right there.
I like that.
Okay, that's
my
a little
wife.
gangster. Right
Snoop
on,
Dogg.
dude. We'll just leave that there for a while.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill you guys.
I know she is. That's why I left it there. Is this Halloween?
That's Halloween, yeah.
Right
That's
on,
awesome.
right on.
I love it.
And who's she pretending to be?
Snoop.
I was gonna say Snoop, but I
Snoop-a-Noop.
didn't want to step on the toe, man. I
Yeah,
didn't,
no.
But yeah, Snoop. We gotta get Snoop Dogg on the show, Mike. That would be outstanding.
You make that happen.
I know.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, guys. So my graphic designer,
Yeah.
the guy that did that logo right there is Jason Hutton. Look him up. He does all the
Great
Snoop
logo.
Dogg's does all the Snoop Dogg's merch, 50 cents merch.
Cool.
Yeah, I met him from
Wow.
back in the music industry. Yeah.
Wow. That is a great logo.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Thank you.
The apostolate one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like this
Yeah.
picture. I like that picture.
I do too.
I like artsy things like that.
Me
I don't
too.
mean I wouldn't say cheesy, but I like that kind of stuff. It's cool. Oh, there it is again. Celebrate the season, boys and girls. Go meet Joe and taste his stuff. Taste his sauce. Buy his book. He'll sign it for you. So Reagan, are you a Reagan fan, or where'd you come up with the name Reagan number 4?
No, I sponsored the 3rd annual Reagan Gala, which is the South Carolina Republican Party. Yep. And so I was for their silent auction, I created 2 signature scents just for the event.
Cool.
And so this was
Right on.
one of the products. Yeah.
Does it smell like Ronald Reagan?
I don't know. I hope not, because this is a new.
So your buddy Jason Hutton did this.
Hold on.
Logo. Okay.
Before
sorry,
you
Mike,
get
go
too
ahead.
far, no, don't be sorry.
Okay.
Before you get too far away from the perfume and cologne, how did you get into that? How does somebody go from being a chef, a musician, and all of a sudden they decide that they know? Where did that come from? We've never discussed that, and it's been bothering me ever since we talked about it.
You know what? I'm glad you asked, Mike. So way back when I had worked for a distillery, then I started a startup distillery in Alabama. I got 10 moonshines out into the market, got them approved, created the formulas,
I love me some moonshine.
did the labeling and all that stuff. But what I learned there is that, during COVID, a lot of distilleries switched their production to hand sanitizer. They could have done hand sanitizer, and they also could have done perfume, because the biggest ingredient in perfume is ethanol, and ethanol is a byproduct of, that's not what's going into your bottles of liquor, but it's actually the waste, the stuff that comes out really hot. You know what I mean? When they run those
I watch
stills.
moonshiners, man.
Yep. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, and then the oils and stuff, that's a whole nother process. I had to research that. It's pretty intense. Like I'm extracting the oils from woods and flower petals and stuff like that, and blocks of coconut oil, and then doing what they call enfleurage, which you heat it up in the ethanol, and it's
See, I find that kind of shit fascinating, dude. I'm one of these people that once I know that, I mean, I've watched so many documentaries on that kind of stuff that now that you explained it that way, I understand exactly what you're doing. But until then, I'm like, how's it guy? I'm trying to put the puzzle pieces together,
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
there's a science to it for sure, but there's also an art to it, because people will come to me and it's like, hey, could you make something that smells like Arabian and mystical? They're giving me like emotionals. Could you make something that smells like hope? I'm like, well, what the fuck does hope smell like? I don't know. But then I gotta put myself in the zone and then just start mixing some shit together, and
Now, does this same guy do all your packaging and?
No. So he was my mentor. I started doing all my own packaging. So I'll call him on special occasions.
Your presentation is amazing. So kudos.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I love all. I went to school for graphic arts. So
there it is.
I
appreciate that.
My mugshot. That's the attempted murder.
There's the mugshot.
Yeah.
That's our first mugshot for real on the podcast.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Looks like a totally different guy. I don't even recognize that guy.
Right.
I love to hear
that's the cool
that.
thing about life, man.
Yes.
That's the best thing about life. You can make the decision to change, and you can change.
You can, and nobody's too far gone, man.
Yeah. No. People just think you're pigeonholed and you're just stuck. You don't have
Look
to
at what
be
you've
stuck.
done since then, man.
Yeah.
I'm blown away at like your marketing and your packaging.
It's amazing.
And your logos and everything is just very professional. I love it.
That's the moonshiner I was telling you about.
Yeah,
Johnny Griffiths.
man.
Hey, if you want him on your show, he's a good friend of mine.
Love it.
We would love to.
Yes.
Yep. See,
let's get a moonshiner. Make that happen, Joe. That'd be fantastic.
Okay, I'll text you. Awesome. He'll be thrilled.
Get in touch with Chris. We'll be thrilled.
Yeah.
That'll be fantastic.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I tried to have him on my show, but his internet connection, 5 times we tried to record his interview.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
We've run into that too, dude.
Well, and I think there was something spiritual going on, because he's trying to blow the whistle on somebody that was doing some crooked shit or something.
Oh.
I can't even remember, but and for some reason the episode never got out.
Really?
Well, we'll give it a shot, because we would love to talk to a moonshiner for sure. I watched the show just like Chris did. I'm fascinated with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, we had. Go ahead.
him,
ahead.
Jimbo Bray, they're partners, and they one
Okay,
show, he won the other show. So yeah,
right on. Yeah, we had a guy on not too long ago, Dwayne Parker, a country singer. Guy's amazing. He was
Yes.
actually singing. He did the show live in the Appalachian Mountains, and so we asked him about moonshine. He's like, "Oh yeah, like he making moonshine
yeah,
since he was, little kid. Like it's like right on, right
His
on."
music, Joe, is
yeah,
that authentic outlaw
Mm.
country that
I love it.
Waylon
Yep.
and Willie started 100 years ago.
Yeah,
He's still doing it. He played a live session one day,
Yep.
and kudos to Dwayne. I fucking cried at one of the songs he played. He just
mm,
knows how to capture your emotions.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He wrote
He
a
says,
song
love
I'm
called
that
not the
type of
Trucks
best
on
music.
singer, I'm not the best guitar player, but I know what a
Right.
good song is, right?
Right, and he played for us live. My Truck's on Crack, dude. It was the most fun we had on the show. I kid you
laughed so
not.
hard.
We were rolling, man. We were just rolling. It was
My
crazy.
truck's on crack. I love that.
Crap,
And
yeah.
the
It's
lyrics
like-
were perfect for the title.
yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, that's a good one. I like that, Joe.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, what's up with the Braves and Yankee hats? Which is it, man? Braves or Yankees?
Neither.
Okay.
I got 40 hats. I've got 40 hats. It depends on what I'm
Okay.
wearing, whatever.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
That's
like
why
that
I just
answer.
got this hat yesterday. So now there's no more
Okay.
confusion.
Yeah.
'Cause it
Yeah.
was annoying, man. Like I'm depending on what team hat I'm wearing, I'm getting all kinds of questions. Oh, did you see the game last night? Do you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
I'll
get
make
you.
you a deal, Joe. I've been wearing the same Bears hat for 151 or 2 episodes. If you send me one of those hats, I'll wear it once in a while to change
Oh,
things
really?
up. So
Okay.
there's
Okay.
my
I
pitch
love
to you.
that. Okay. You know what
Yeah.
I said?
Yeah.
When people ask me that, I'm like, listen, when one of those teams wants me to endorse them, I'll throw out all the other ones. Pay me.
My answer is just like your answer to Chris. This hat fits me better than any hat that I own, so that's why I wear it. But I would be happy
Yeah.
to wear yours because you're a cool dude.
Oh
so.
man, I appreciate that. I
No,
need
like-
more walking billboards.
I think Chris said it way more eloquently earlier, or maybe you said it. I've been through some shit, right? I think you said it.
Yeah.
We've been there too. I understand
Survivors.
how dark you've been, what kind of mindset you were in.
Hopeless.
Chris
hopeless.
understands that. Yeah, all three of us have that in
Yep.
common. And to come out the other side and to watch him scroll through what he likes to call your life resume is outstanding, man. It just it gives me goosebumps to think,
Thank
you
you.
became a chef, you became a marketer, you became a perfume maker. It's outstanding.
Yeah. What is that one thing that Kramer said about us? Remember when he came up with the beach, the episode of the beach?
Yes.
A fragrance. What was it? A fragrance?
Sex
the
on the
hell was it,
beach.
man? Yeah, but no, it was the ocean. But he wanted to
The
be a
ocean.
fragrance. He was pissed off because Calvin Klein ran without giving him his due, and he's like, I could have been a fragrance something mogul or something like
Mogul.
that. I forget
That was
what
it.
it was.
I could have been a fragrance mogul.
Yeah. Now we need to come up with some Chris and Mike cologne, Mike.
Hey, if you
We're
figure
gonna
out
have to
how to
have
make
Joe
cologne,
mentor us.
yes, you can put my name on it.
Listen, I do private
think, yeah.
labeling too. So you tell me what you want. I could get you I can get you something.
See, there you go. I just text you both so you have each other's number. Ooh, look at that tasty dish.
Sweet.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
yep.
been so long
Fresh
since
basil.
we had authentic pasta. Oh, I can taste it
Well,
just looking at the picture.
y'all are out in Arizona, right?
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't have
I'm in
too
Arizona,
much.
Mike's in Pontiac, Illinois.
Do they have Italian restaurants out there?
They do, but the one Sammy the Bull that he owned for a while,
Oh, okay.
it's called Uncle Sal's. That's pretty legit, like pretty authentic, because Sammy
Okay.
the Bull.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's I mean, it's just my wife makes her sauce is amazing. Like it's legit. Like I never liked sauce for years because when I was a kid I had an incident at an Italian restaurant where I threw up after eating the sauce.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a bad taste in your mouth, right?
Oh yeah.
But
Sure.
so she made sauce. And then it's just like, okay, that's
You're not
It's-
making me sick.
No, and it's amazing because it's you know how to make sauce. You're Italian. It's the whole love and the team and the
Yeah, you
slow
put your soul in it. Yep,
all
the
day
slow cooking.
process. Yeah,
We
that's a
would
cool
start
picture
we would
too, right
start
here,
us.
man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we would start a sauce at like 8 in the morning, and we wouldn't be
Right.
eating until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a
exactly,
process.
exactly.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And
Gotta
you're
soak
tasting
in
it.
the
Oh,
love.
there you go on the shelves.
Yeah, that's the whole
That's
lineup. That's everything.
I'm
that's
just
fantastic.
fascinated, like he said earlier, at how fast this happened for you, man. Like
Mhm.
you had a vision, you put it to motion, and bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
Now there's a
Oh,
lot
there
of
it is.
AI.
And there's the farm.
No, well, it's an AI thing. You know, I use
Well, yeah, but
AI
still.
and that, but yeah,
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 right.
the
Who
But
farm.
the
doesn't, man?
vision is there, and we've already seen you
But
make some
you
visions
get it.
happen, so I
Yeah.
believe that vision too.
Yeah.
Me too, man. I just had some calls this week with a billionaire who is probably going to fund this thing. So
Sweet.
I hope that happens for you, man, because
thank
your
you.
idea of what you want to do is just so
Mm-hmm.
awesome. It could help so many people stay on
Definitely.
the right path and, move forward and do things productive like you did, like I did, like Chris did. We became
Yep.
I like
productive
that.
members of society, as I like to say. We're paying our
Right.
taxes, we're
Yeah,
doing the right
yeah.
thing, we're not in jail.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Being
I
an outlaw
like
isn't
this, Joe.
sustainable. Thank you.
No, but I like
You
this
can be an
Italian
outlaw
American
without
roots
being
meet
in jail.
redemption.
Sorry. man.
Right. Right. No, we had that band on. What, Gibson and Company? They're outlaws, but it's outlaw music, right?
You're doing it in
Mhm.
your own way, man. Now you're an
Yeah.
outlaw of the pasta business, right?
Exactly.
You're an
Dude, look at
outlaw
that
of the
pizza.
cologne business, the perfume business. You're an outlaw
Yes. Yep.
speaking out for what you believe in. I love that,
Yep.
man. That's what we're looking for is people who are
Mhm.
real
Real,
Thank you, bro.
raw, and relevant.
relevant.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
I don't know that guy.
Very dapper.
I told AI to put me give me some hair because as you can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat, brother. We can
That's
make
cool.
fun
I
of
like-
bald people
yeah.
because we're bald.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this one on our Facebook page.
What's Costanza say? These are the remnants of a once great civilization or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And mine was a once great civilization, I must say.
Yep. Forget about it. I was waiting for that. That's why I was searching for this. Like somewhere there's got to be this full blown, something. And so there it is. There it is.
That's it. Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
one of the greatest movies of all time.
Definitely. Actually, the guy that
Absolutely.
is helping me get this investment, right? Jamie
Yeah.
Traciati, he owns a company called Goodfellas Business Services,
Oh,
and he's
right on.
friends with a few of the guys that were in that movie. He's got
Cool.
Such a
autographs
great movie.
with Paulie Sorvino. Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, right on.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Paulie was in Sopranos too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude, this is awesome, man. If you ever
Yeah, a
need a
lot of
guest on
stuff.
your podcast, reach out.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Either one of us be happy to do it, or both of us together.
Oh,
or
now
however you want.
I want a story behind this.
I don't even know what that. I was helping a friend trying to sell some shit.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I want that.
It's gone. It's gone.
Ah, shit.
It's so quick.
Is that real or is that AI?
That's AI.
Okay, that's crazy, man. I do AI stuff.
looks
too. It's
real.
insane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting freaky, man.
Yeah.
Not
Was
gonna
that
be-
what you look like when you were in the rock and roll day?
Yeah, I had the red mohawk. That's when
Okay.
my hair started falling
Okay.
out. Because you got to strip your hair, right? Strip it,
Right.
bleach it, and it wasn't long after. Yeah, 28 years old, I started losing my hair.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was the same age, dude.
Really?
The tub started getting a little more full at the bottom every time I took a shower. Yeah, same age. By the
Yep.
time I was 32, I should have given it up then, but I hung on a little longer.
Okay, so here's your coming soon to Netflix plug. So it's the whole thing's gonna be wrapped around the book from bars to jars.
Yeah, so it's
Okay,
the first
cool.
season. The first season is based on it's all based on the true story because there's elements of the second
Sure.
season that come from the first
Yeah.
book. But yeah, it's the first and
Okay.
second books. But Netflix is we're not locked in on that yet. I just put that out there to
Right.
start manifesting.
Okay.
But we're talking to
No, that's
we're
cool.
talking to networks. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Right on. Right on. Who dat?
Yeah, that's Chef
No,
Rappy. He's the Puerto Rican hippie.
oh, right on, right on.
Yeah, yeah. He's not a chef either. But see that jar
Okay,
of
okay.
salsa? The jar of salsa. So it's the
Yeah,
Puerto Rican hippie dip. Basically, what I did, it's
that one.
bruschetta. Yeah,
Okay.
it's bruschetta.
Oh, really?
Take
Yeah.
out the basil and put in
Okay.
cilantro and jalapeno. There's your recipe.
Ah,
All
right
right.
on.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very cool. So that is all of Joe's stuff, man, right there on the Facebook page. That's awesome. That's fantastic. So what's
Thanks, bro.
on the horizon for you, Joe?
The screenplay, writing the screenplay, continue with that, and then I've got some events coming up, some collaborations with different designers in the
Okay.
fashion world. We're doing collaborations on
Cool.
fragrances, some events coming up down in Florida, and I'm supposed to go speak at the Rochester Cathedral in the UK in February.
Nice. Like a testimony
Yeah,
type thing?
yeah.
Cool.
Hmm.
Right on, man. That's awesome.
Yep, just
So
taking it as it comes, man.
that's fantastic. We need to have you come back on next year when you kind of get some more traction on the things you're doing so we can help you get
Sure.
that stuff out there for sure. And then you and
Yeah,
Mike can
man.
talk about creating a fragrance.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down, man.
That would
Definitely.
be cool.
We had a guy who makes guitars for he made a guitar for Peter Klett from Candlebox and a couple of guys from Everclear. He's making Mike a guitar now. Monkey House
Oh, wow.
Guitars. What up? So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah.
get
What
Mike's
up,
gonna get
Mike?
a
Shout out.
custom guitar made. So
That's awesome.
And then
It would be cool to have
yeah.
a custom cologne too.
right right.
You got to get some cool shit out of putting forth all this effort
It's-
to do this podcast, right?
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
you need a consumable product. You need merchandise, so that way,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
do.
We're
you know,
gonna
'cause
make that happen too.
streaming, it's to monetize your content. It takes a long time and a hell of a lot of listeners, millions
Yeah,
to really
yeah.
to start living off of that income.
Yeah, and we're doing everything organically. So like since March, we've grown, over 200,000 views, but I put content on the YouTube page 3 times a day. Mike does content
Yeah,
on
constantly.
the Instagram page.
Mhm.
So I mean that itself is and the dynamic's cool because it's 2,100 subscribers and over 200,000 views. So the numbers are legit. It's not that I have 1 million subscribers but only 3,000 views. Well, hey, there's something wrong there, man.
Yeah.
And we get hit up with that all the time. Like, I can make you grow. I'm like, no, I don't want to
Mm-mm.
buy.
No.
I don't want to buy people. I want it to be real.
Authentic, yeah, real,
Because then
yep.
it's real, right?
And it's a
Because
cool
you-
story to tell, man, because we literally started, it was him and I with a 2-second delay from Illinois to Arizona, and he dealt with it like a trooper for 50 episodes, to talking to you, who's someone who's, turned their life around one moment to having jars of spaghetti sauce on the Piggly Wiggly shelves in the matter of like a couple of years. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, not even. It took
even a couple of years.
within 6 months, I outgrew my production capacity, and then I started getting calls from Food Lion. They've got 1,300 stores, Publix 1,300 stores. I've got approved for Walmart. I'm in their system too now, and I'm just waiting.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So
man.
let me ask you this, and you don't have to answer the question if it's too personal. Like, okay, so say you sell a jar, say for $10, right? A jar of your sauce, and then Walmart takes it, puts it on their shelves for $10. So how much of that $10 do you see?
So I have my production cost, my COGS,
Right.
which and
This
then
is
I
the
market.
Shark
I
Tank
market.
question.
I
Right,
market
it's
your
a Shark
landed
Tank
cost.
question.
Yeah, I'm not going to give up exact numbers, but I mark it up
No,
to
I
the
don't- yeah.
distributor, the middleman, right? Or the store, the retailer, and then they mark it up. They got to make a certain percentage to the end
Sure.
user. So when my product lands on the shelf at $9.99, everybody's eating. Let's just put it that way.
Got it. Okay,
Awesome.
cool. Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
with music, like Snoop Dogg was famous for one of his songs hit a million downloads, and he made 40
billion.
grand off that. A
Yeah.
billion, 1 billion with a B, and he made 40 grand.
36,000. Yeah.
Right.
Listen.
So that's so I know it's a percentage thing, right? So I didn't want you to give up the entire thing, but like, hey, if
Yeah.
like I've
Here-
had the conversation with the butt rub guy, And I know the answer to him, but I was just wondering if it's got to be kind of the same thing, because obviously it's got to be.
You're looking for a percentage on your margin, right? We want to
right,
make
because
a
you have to
certain
make money. They
percentage
have to make money. I
absolutely.
get all that for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I've sold 7,038 jars in 6 months, which equals about $48,000, right? But that was my break even. I put that
Right.
much money into making that happen, and that's at 15
Sure, gotcha.
stores. So it's a volume game, you know. It's high volume,
Sure.
low margins. Whereas on the
Yeah.
on the perfume, you know, the margins are a lot higher, so you don't have to sell as many of them to make the same money.
Right on.
Sure.
Cool. That's cool. So
That's
I want to
a great
let me know when you come out
explanation
with
for
with a pasta sauce perfume, because then I'll put it behind my ear and see if my wife wants to nibble on it.
Hey, I might do a
That was loud.
commercial. I might do a commercial like that, spraying sauce all over my face or some shit.
That would get people's attention, man.
It sure would. Yeah, it sure would.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so if you want to find Joe, you just go to pastioli.com. You can also find him on Facebook at Joe Gallagher Jr. He's also on Instagram. Let me pull up your Instagram. I had it a minute ago. Just so I can share that so people can see you on the Instagram.
Yeah, I've got 3 different Instagrams, 3 different Facebooks. You know, Apostioli, Low Country Lunatics.
Yeah. This one's coming right off your website.
Yeah.
So, we're not following. There we go. Following. So there's
look
his
at that.
Instagram page. You know,
I'll go follow
fun.
you from the podcast page too.
Yeah, and all the different hats. So if you see him wearing a Yankees hat, definitely talk to him about the Yankees, because he's a huge Yankee fan and a Braves fan.
He loves to talk baseball and Georgia football.
Right, fuck you, Chris. Fuck you, Mike.
He'll entertain you for hours.
I'll blow my brains out if somebody starts talking to me about fucking baseball.
You talk to him about a pastatoli.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
And go buy his book, From Bars to Jars.
Yeah,
Bars to Jars.
A saucy redemption story. Joe Gallagher Jr. You can find him on all the social media things. Go check him out. Go buy his book. Dude, if you're in South Carolina, you can go meet and greets and all that kind of jazz. Dude, what an amazing life resume, dude. An amazing life resume. And here I thought you're just a guy who is a chef and wrote a book. So you completely but again, that's why we do it how we do it, because
that's what made this so much fun too.
Yeah, because we learned so much about you.
I appreciate you guys,
an hour's
man.
Time and your life.
I know.
What a solid
We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, and now you're married. You got a business. You're gonna go into the boob tube and have a TV show going on. Maybe that's gonna launch you into big screen and stuff. That's outstanding, man.
Yep, there's no telling.
Good for you.
Thanks,
and just
bro.
to put
Thank
this
you.
into perspective for you, the reason that we do this way is Chris and I we've already paid for all this, right? Him and I could talk to each other till the cows come home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was fun for a while, and we've done so much of what we're doing right now that I agree with what he said. It's time to, maybe have a couple episodes for ourselves again. That's how far we've become from that, right? But this is so much fun, man. I don't think either one of us realized what it was going to become, and how much fun it's become to
28 countries now.
Yeah.
28 countries.
Wow.
That's just mind-boggling to me. 28.
And the numbers are starting to, like you said, with your, it's a numbers game, right? It's the same thing with doing this. We started out, nobody was watching, nobody cared. We'd get 2 or 3 views, and it was great. Hey, somebody watched it, didn't say no views, right?
Right.
To the point where the other day, for some reason, we had a huge spike where somebody found it in the Matrix, right? And a new 128 people found it, right? And about 46% of them signed up. So
yeah, it's good.
Like Chris
That's
said,
really good.
we
It's
went
encouraging.
from 2,000 to 2,100 almost overnight.
Yeah.
It's just weird. You fall into these little algorithms that just work.
Yep.
So it's cool. Joe, you're a superhuman, man. Great life resume. Thank you so much for giving us your time, because time is valuable.
Hey.
We appreciate that.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we always wrap up like this, and don't leave when we're done, because once we stop the show, we're going to give you some more details. So if you are feeling suicidal, depressed, don't do it. Go scream in a pillow. Go journal. Go outside for a run. Go work out. Somebody will miss you. Somebody does love you. So the only way tomorrow is better is if you wake up in it. If you can't find somebody to talk to, text 988, because they are standing there right now waiting to talk to you, to help you come off that ledge and help you work through whatever struggles you're working through. I'm Chris. He's Mike. This is Chris and Mike Show. This is Joe Gallagher, Chef Giuseppe.
Thanks again, Joe.
Super life resume. Go check him out. Go Gallagher. Joe Gallagher. Oh my gosh.
Joe Gallagher.
Joe Gallagher Jr.com or apostoli.com. You'll find him. Just looking forward to talking to you again, man. I wish you all the best
man.
with everything
Thank
that you're doing.
God bless everybody. God bless. Thank you.
You too, brother.
Complete turnaround, man. Fantastic. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Take care.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.